Hi, welcome. Thanks for being here, you guys. Sitting in a comfortable seated position that feels good to you. Just crisscross those legs. If sitting crisscrossed is not great for you, just adjust however you need to. And let's find all those places throughout the body that needs a little extra TLC. Give those shoulders a good roll up and back, and let your shoulders just slide down and away. I'll do that again. Close your eyes, make it big. Slow it down, roll it back, and let those shoulders slide down and away. Keep those eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. Bring your hands down by your sides. Press your palms firmly down towards the ground as you lift the crown of the head up. Feel that length in the spine. Feel the shoulders roll back. Slow, steady, deep breaths. Just in and out through the nose. Present and mindful with each breath. Just taking a moment to listen to what's going on in the body. Keep that length in the spine, keeping your eyes closed. Slowly begin to slide your fingertips out and away from you. Keep the fingertips connected to the ground. And just take that low V with those arms. Feel that extension. And then slowly rotate both palms towards the sky. Just that external rotation through the shoulder. A little stretch for the bicep. Waking up those shoulders. Slowly turn your palms back down towards the ground, keeping those eyes closed if you're comfortable doing so. And then ever so slowly pull those hands back in by your side, pressing those palms down towards the ground. Release that right ear towards your right shoulder. Keep that left palm pressing down. Don't let it lift as best you can. And then again, slide those left fingertips out and away, just as far as you can reach, but keep the fingertips connected to the ground. And then slow, steady turn of the palm up. Just as far as you can rotate it, open. And then slowly turn your palm back down towards the mat and pulling your hand back in. Releasing chin down towards the chest. Let your head be heavy. And just breathe. Inhale, head up nice and tall. And as you exhale, lean your head to the left. Left ear over the left shoulder. Close your eyes and breathe. Just feel that stretch. And then slowly slide those right fingertips out and away from you. Fingertips staying connected to the mat. Just reach out as far as you can. And then gently rotate your palm towards the sky. Rolling your thumb back. Opening as far as you can open. Make sure you're still breathing slow and steady. Sometimes those stretches can be fairly intense. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself. Slowly turn your palm back down towards the mat and pull your hand back in. Releasing your chin down towards your chest. A good shoulder roll up and back, and shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, lift your head, reach overhead. And as you exhale, open those arms out to a T, flex your wrist, hollow your tummy and chest, press your palms forward, spine back, tuck your chin down. Space between those shoulder blades. Inhale it open and reach. Release that right hand down, left arm up and over in two sways, side to side. Go slow and steady. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, melt to the side. That lateral flexion of your spine, all stretching through the ribs and the waist. Inhale it back up one more time each side. Exhale, release it. Reach it. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Inhale, reach, both arms come up. Exhale, open those arms out to a T. Again, flex the wrists, hollow your tummy and chest. Press your palms forward, spine back, chin down. Inhale it open and reach. Release your hands down by your sides. Rock it back, switch so the other leg is in front. And we sit up tall. Bringing the hands to the shins, just below the knees. Take a big breath in, press the chest forward, arch your back, lift your gaze. Seated cat and cow. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. Inhale, press it forward, arch your back, lift your gaze. Exhale and hollow. Let's do that 2 more times, just moving at your own pace with your breath. Working out the kinks. Really working to move those vertebrae independently. And inhale it up nice and tall. Bring your hands down by your sides, reach it up and overhead. As you exhale, turn to the right, little tap of the fingertips to the floor. Inhale, reach it up, turn back to face front. And exhale, we turn to the left, little tap of the fingertips. Inhale, reach back to front. Open those arms out to a T. Flex your wrists, hollow your tummy and chest. Press your palms forward, spine back, chin down. Inhale it open and reach. And again, we turn to the right, little tap of the fingertips. Inhale back to center. And exhale, we turn to the left, little tap of the fingertips. And inhale back to center. Let's bring the palms to face you. Pinkies gently touching, and we pull those elbows down to about shoulder height and really press those elbows towards one another. We're going to do little lifts and lowers. We lift the fingertips, keep those elbows gently pressing, actually strongly pressing. Inhale, lift and lower. One more time. Lift and lower. This time extend it all the way back up. Open those palms to face front. Spread your fingers wide and exhale. Pull those elbows back and down. 3 cactus arms. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, pull. One more time, reach it up. And exhale, pull. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Taking that left arm up and over, crossing the crown of the head and gently pull to the left. Relax the weight of your left hand and press your palm down towards the ground. Close your eyes, breathe, relax your jaw. Feel that stretch down the side of the neck and into the shoulder. Inhale, left arm goes up and comes down, right arm comes up. Crossing the crown of the head and gently pull to the right. Relax the weight of your hand and press that left palm down. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. Again, just breathe, slow and steady. Inhale, extend your right arm. Lift the left and release your hands down by your sides. We're actually going to come over onto our side. We're going to bend the knees, pull them up, and bring the soles of the feet or the insteps of your feet together. Other hand, the top arm is just going to support us. So I want you to be mindful that we're not leaning down into the shoulder, but we're lifting up out of that shoulder. We're just going to do clam shells. So we want our heels in line with our bum. Knees are slightly forward and bent, and we're just going to open the knees, being mindful that we're not going to rock back onto that meaty part of your bum, your gluteus medius. We're going to stay up on that side of the hip and close. We open and close. So we're waking up those hips right away. Again, we're lifting out of that right shoulder or the bottom shoulder if it's not your right one. And lift and open. We're going to do 10 of these, keeping that core strong. Draw that belly button in, opening and closing. So we're working through the hips, mobility in the hip joint and strength in the hip. Find your breath. If this is too many, just pause for a moment, bring those knees together, relax, join again when you're ready. We have one more. And then we're going to switch sides. So sweep those feet around, come over to the other side. And again, we're right up on that hip joint. We pull the knees in, heels are in line with our bum. We're on the forearm, making sure that we're lifting out of the shoulder. Top hand there for support. Flex your feet. We open and close. So as you open, just be mindful that you're not rocking back onto that gluteus medius, onto that meaty part of your bum. Keeping that core engaged. Waking it up. Just building a little heat. Great for that pelvic floor region. Great for your core, so good for your bumsy. 2 more. Last one. And let's come on back up. Sweep your feet around and let's come up onto all fours. To tabletop, hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width, core is nice and strong. Let's tuck the toes and lift the knees just an inch off of the mat. As we tuck those toes, stretching the arches of the feet, all through the sole of the foot and into those toes. If it doesn't feel good to you, if it hurts, come down. Just a slight tuck of those toes or not at all. As you exhale, extend the legs, shift your weight back towards your heels. Let your head be heavy. Let's alternate bending knees. That feels pretty good. So always just checking in. Hopefully you get that groaning sensation where it just feels so good you can't help it. If ever you get to the point where you're like, this does not feel good for my body today, opt out, change it up. Release both heels and inhale it back to that hovering tabletop. Breathe. Exhale, extend the legs, shift your weight back towards your heels and just gently sway your hips side to side. You can make this as big as you want to. The bigger the sway, the deeper the stretch, the more you're going to feel those core muscles have to kick in, shoulders to kick in to stabilize. Again, we want it to feel good. Challenging, but good. Coming back to center once again, bend those knees, hovering tabletop. Bringing those feet in just a little bit if they've snuck out. We want those knees right underneath those hips. We're going to take a step forward with our left hand and our right foot. Step it forward and step it back. Other side, right hand, left foot. Step it forward, step it back. One more time each side. Step it forward, step it back, step it forward, step it back. Release your knees, untuck your toes, sit your sit bones back towards your heels and walk your hands forward to child's pose. As we extend those fingertips towards the top of the mat and reach our sit bones towards the back of the mat, a long stretch to the spine. Find your breath. Let's open up those arms out to a T, and we're going to come up to the pads of the fingers. So the palms of the hands will pull off the floor. As you exhale, I want you to hollow your tummy and chest. Forehead pulls off the mat just a little bit. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Stretching all the way down the spine and then gently release it down. Forehead to the mat. Soft bend in the elbows. Walk your fingertips out just a smidge. And as you exhale, lift your spine, hollow your tummy and chest. A variation of clam pose. And gently release it down. One more time, walk your fingertips out. Take a big breath in, press those pads of the fingers in as you hollow your tummy and chest, tuck your chin, lift that spine, and gently release it down. Bring your hands back by your feet. Turn your palms to the sky and relax your arms. Breathe. Extend your right arm out. And then your left arm out, reaching towards the top of the mat. Extend through those arms. Spread your fingers wide. Let's lift the forehead, tuck the toes, press and lift your hips to the sky up to our first down dog. It's a little bit wider stance than we were when we came in from that hovering tabletop. So if you need to adjust your hands or your feet, adjust. And let's just alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Your pace. Your breath. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press your chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels gently sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Arms are heavy and your head's heavy. Just a nice long stretch down the backs of the legs. You can let your arms just hang, or you can bring your hands to your elbows, holding on.
We shift our weight forward into our toes. Just feel that nice little pull. Heaviness of the arms, that great stretch down your spine and down the backs of the legs. Shift your weight back to your heels. Maybe lift your toes. As you lift your toes, feel how that activates through the top of the foot and stretches through the sole of the foot. See if you can spread your toes even wider. Keep that space between the toes as best you can and center your weight. Even it out. Relax your arms and ever so slowly ragdoll your way up, stacking each vertebra as you rise. A big shoulder roll at the top and shoulders slide down and away. Do that again, big shoulder roll. And shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky, and exhale, open those arms out to a T, crossing that right arm underneath the left, wrapping at the crook of the elbows, bring your palms to touch for eagle arms. Space between those shoulder blades. If it feels right to you, slowly begin to lift your fingertips towards the sky. If you like, begin to arch it back. You don't have to, you can stay up tall. Inhaling it up, nice and tall. Big circle of those arms up and overhead. And exhale, open those arms back out to a T. We cross that left arm underneath the right, bringing the elbows to touch, palms to touch. Space between those shoulder blades. And again, we begin to lift those fingertips towards the sky. Don't have to. You can keep those elbows down. And if it feels good to you, arch it back. You are welcome to stay standing tall. Checking in, making sure it's always the right decision. You can always change your mind. You can always back off. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. Circle those arms up and overhead. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Lifting those sit bones high, letting your head be heavy, feeling that length in the spine and the length down the back of the legs. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhale and sweep that right foot to the outside of your right hand. Shift your weight to your left hand. Right arm extends up, reaching as high as you can reach. Lengthen and extend. Rotate that right palm towards the front, reach it up and over. Arm right along the side of your face. Circling that right arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. We rotate and open, lifting our gaze up over that right shoulder. Little rotation through that torso. Great stretch in that right hip. Mobility in that spine. Reach that right arm up. Release your hand down. Let's step that left foot forward to frog pose. Hands are supported just below the chest. Core is strong, back nice and flat. A little rock side to side, shifting your weight right to left to right. You can move the toes if you need to. Let those hips just sway, but keep that core strong. Coming back to center, extending the legs. Let your head be heavy. Circling the arms around behind your back, interlacing your fingers. You can choose to just let your arms be heavy. You don't have to bring them around behind. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes. And then back towards your heels. And then center your weight. If it feels right to you, bring your palms to touch. And if you wish, roll those shoulders up and back. Lift your hands towards the sky. Breathe. Upper body heavy, face soft. Slowly, we bring our hands to the small of the back. Gently releasing those hands just below the head. Shift your weight to your heels, bend those knees and lower yourself down. Back to frog pose. We step that left foot back and then the right to high plank, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog.
And exhale to down dog. Feet are hip width apart. Hands shoulder width, spread those fingers wide. Let's inhale it to high plank or high push-up position. And exhale it back to down dog. Again, inhaling it to high plank. And exhaling it to down dog. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling it to plank. And exhaling it to down dog. We shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot to the outside of your left hand. Shift your weight to your right hand. Left arm reaches up. How high can you reach? Lifting out of that right shoulder. Extending out of the left and up through the tips of the fingers. Rotate that left palm towards the front. Reach it up and over. Arm along the side of your face. Finding your breath, feeling all the feels. Circling that left arm up, around behind, forearm along the small of the back. And we rotate a little further. Wringing out any tension or tightness in the spine. Strong through that right shoulder. We once again extend that left arm up and release your hand down. We step that right foot in across from the left and come back to our frog pose. Again, you can sway side to side. You can stay still. Checking in. Present right here. Listening to whatever the messages your body is sending today. Coming back to center. Extending those legs. Releasing the weight of the upper body. Let's bring the hands to the ankles and hold on. Use the strength of the arms to pull that upper body towards the space between your legs. As you use the strength of those arms, you feel that stretch in the spine, in that middle upper back. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes. Keep the weight in your toes. Reach your hands through your legs and walk your hands back as far as you can walk them. A little tuck of your chin up towards your chest. Is that weight still in your toes? Make it so as best you can. Feel in that space, middle back, upper back. Center your weight. Pull those hands back through. Relax the arms. Shift your weight to your heels. Begin to bend your knees, supporting with your hands. We lower back down into our frog pose. We step that right foot back. And then the left to high plank, toes or knees. Crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. And exhale to down dog. Inhaling up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels gently sink. Taking a gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. As you exhale, left arm comes down, right arm reaches high, lean in and reach, standing lateral flexion. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, other side, lean in and reach. Inhale, both arms come up. Bend that right elbow, bring your hand behind your head, left hand to the elbow, and just gently press. Chin staying off the chest, being mindful not to arch your back too much. And shift your weight to your left foot. Right foot crosses behind the left. Bring your ankles to touch and as close together as you can. Squeeze those inner thighs. And as you exhale, lean to the left. Breathe. Squeeze in the inner thighs for stability and balance. Long stretch down that right side. Inhaling it up tall. Release that left hand. Extend the arms to the sky. Release your right foot from behind the left. Bend your left elbow. Hand behind your head. Right hand to the elbow and gently press. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left foot crosses behind the right. Bring those ankles just as tightly together as you can. And then lean to the right. Squeeze in those inner thighs. Just lean into it as much as feels good to you. Stretching the tricep through the shoulder. through the rib cage, through the waist, all the way down that IT band. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. Release your right hand, extend those arms to the sky, and step that left foot out from behind the right. Swan dive down to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank, toes or knees, crocodile. Press it through, up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. How you doing? Checking in. If you need a drink, grab one. If you need a break, take one anytime. Inhaling up to the balls of the feet. And exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And let your heels gently sink. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through between the hands. Back heel to the mat. We stand tall to warrior one. Arms extended overhead. Pelvis facing front. Back heel connected to the mat. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. Square the pelvis. And then exhale, sink. Circle the arms around behind your back. Interlace your fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. Roll those shoulders back. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, arch it back. Lift your gaze. As much or as little as you like. Keeping that pelvis facing front. Back leg long and strong. Inhaling it up tall. And as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Tummy and chest along the inside of that right leg. Take your gaze towards your back big toe. If you like, roll those shoulders up and back. Lift your hands towards the sky. Humble warrior. How's your breath? Slowly bringing the hands to the small of the back, keeping that core strong, lengthening through the crown of the head. We slowly rise. And again, as you exhale, arch it back. Gaze towards the sky. And inhale it up nice and tall. Circle those arms up and overhead. Flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg up. You're welcome to release that right leg down or keep it high. We inhale it to high plank. Again, leg up or down. One push-up. Slow and steady. Again, foot up or down. Slow and steady. One more time. Slow and steady. Release your foot. Lift your hips to down dog. And let's sway those hips side to side. Again, checking in. How you doing? Remember, this is your journey, right? So taking it at your pace. What feels good, what feels challenging, what your body's ready for today. Being mindful and being kind. Coming back to center. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left toes reach up. And exhale, sweep it through. Back heel to the mat. Stand tall to warrior one. Arms overhead. Pelvis facing front. Back leg long and strong. Back heel and outside edge of your foot pressing into the mat. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little bit. Keep that pelvis square and then sink. Stay low in those legs. Circle the arms around behind your back. Interlace your fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. Give those shoulders a good roll and extend those arms. Take a big breath in and exhale, arch it back. Gaze to the sky. Open up that chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Inhale it up nice and tall. And as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Tummy and chest along the inside of that left leg. Take your gaze towards your back big toe. If you like, roll those shoulders up and back. Lift your hands. Breathe. What do you notice? There's so many different things to feel here. Strength, flexibility, mobility, balance, making sure you're breathing. Slowly bring your hands to the small of the back. We lengthen through the crown of the head, core strong, and slowly we rise. And once again, arch it back, pelvis face front.
Lengthen through those arms, open your chest. And inhale it back up, circle those arms up and overhead. Flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. Now we can keep that left leg high, or you're welcome to release it down. You can hold your down dog, grab a drink, or inhale it to high plank, leg up or down. Slow and steady. One push up. Another if you like. You can hold your plank. One more if it's in there. Release your foot. Lift your hips to down dog. Those make down dog feel pretty darn good. Lifting your sit bones high, letting your heels be heavy, and just breathe. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Bring your big toes to touch, little space between your heels. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Sweep the hands from the back of the feet to the front of the feet as you sit to chair, pulling the hands to heart center. Now your chair can be higher. It can be low. Chest is lifted. Weight is evenly distributed in those feet. So sometimes we have this tendency to lean more on one side versus the other. As balanced as you can, little lifts, half lift and sink. Half lift and sink. One more time. Half lift and sink and rise. Extend the arms, extend the legs. Palms stay touching, spread your fingers wide, arch it back a little or a lot. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Interlace your fingers, press your palms to the sky, and exhale, lower your arms down to shoulder height. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, press your palms forward, press your spine back, tuck your chin, hollow your chest. Breathe. Inhale it up nice and tall, arms overhead. Release your arms down by your sides. Rock back to your heels. Open your feet to mountain. Inhale, reach it up. And as you exhale, take a giant step. Open out to the side. Toes turned out towards the outside corner of your mat. Rotate palms up. Inhale, reach. And exhale, swan dive, or don't swan dive. Sunflower. Inhale, reach. And exhale, grand plie, sunflowers. Let's go 4 of those. 2 more, just make them big, beautiful, as big as you want them to be. 1 more time. Interlace your fingers at the top, all but the index finger and thumb. And as you exhale, lean to the left. Use that left hand to pull that right arm on. Feel that stretch all the way down the right side. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, lean to the right. Use that right hand to pull that left arm. Stretching all the way down through the ribs, through the waist. Inhaling all the way back up. Open those arms out to a T and sink into those legs. Just bend the knees. Lower down as low as you want to go. Rotate your palms to the sky. Bend your elbows and bend your wrists to sun god. Chest is lifted. Core is strong. Knees are rolled back. Breathe. Alternate lifting a heel. Keeping that sun god position can be challenging. Just keeping those elbows bent to 90. Wrists bent to 90 as best you can, and alternate those heels. Mindful movement. Sometimes your body's like, not today. Just hold it. Come back to center, both heels down, and rise. Bring your palms to gently touch, and then open those arms back out to a T. Let's hinge it halfway over. Halfway over, release that right hand down, centering it below you. Rotate and reach. Allow your pelvis to shift, and lengthen that left arm up as high as you can reach. Breathe. As you exhale, releasing that left hand down, left hand takes the place of the right, and we rotate and reach, right arm up, allowing the pelvis to shift, lifting out of that left shoulder, up through the right shoulder, and out through the fingertips. Breathe. As you exhale, slowly release your hand down.
Let's heel toe those feet into hip width apart. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. If you'd like a block, grab a block. We're going to shift our weight to our left foot. Right leg is going to go straight out to the side. We're going to shift our weight to our right hand. Left arm extends straight out to the side. So we're working to create a horizontal line with the arm and the leg. A 90-degree bend with the arm and the leg. Release your hand. Release your foot. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left leg straight out to the side. Flex your foot. Shift your weight to that left hand. Right arm extends straight out to a T. Breathe. Best you can. Shaky's good. Releasing that right hand. Releasing that left leg. Heel toe your feet back open. Again, toes are turned out to the outside corners of your mat, and relax the weight of the upper body down. Breathe. Inhale, lift just slightly, and let's walk those hands towards that left foot. Left hand takes a hold of the left ankle, right hand reaching out towards that top corner of your mat, and draw your nose towards your knee. Shoulder, rib, all the way down that right side. Beautiful stretch down the back of the legs. Releasing that left hand, slowly walking those hands through center and then over to the right. Right hand taking a hold of the right ankle, left hand reaching out as far as you can reach, and draw your nose towards your right knee. Feeling that stretch all the way down the left side, down the backs of the legs, making sure you're breathing slow and steady. So it's all about finding the adventure in each pose, feeling, truly feeling each and every pose, releasing that right hand, walking it back through center. Adjust your feet however you need to, and just let your upper body be heavy. It's about finding balance mentally, emotionally, physically, improving the imbalances from the right side to the left side of the body. Slowly, let's ragdoll our way up. Arms are heavy, head's heavy. All the way up we go. Rolling those shoulders up and back, and let those shoulders slide down and away. Do that again, big shoulder roll. And shoulders slide down and away, bringing the arms out to a T. We shift the left toes towards the back of the mat, right toes towards the top corner of the mat, and bend that left knee, sinking low into your warrior two. Find your breath, soften your shoulders. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink, stay low. Take a big breath in, windmill that right arm up and over. Reach out and tap it as far as you can. And then windmill it up and back to reverse warrior. Inhale, windmill it up and over. Reach out and tap. Exhale, reverse warrior. 2 more times, moving at your own pace. Take your time. Make it as big and beautiful as you wish. Up and over and reach. Up and back. Let's hold our reverse warrior. Lengthening through those left fingertips. Turn your gaze towards your back heel. Little tuck of your chin. Inhale, straightening that left leg, reaching even further back. And once again, sink back into your reverse warrior. And inhale it back up to warrior two. Windmilling that right arm up and over, back heel remains on the mat, right hand to the inside of your foot, rotate and reach. Left arm up. Find your breath. Exhaling and releasing that left hand down. One hand on either side of your foot, back heel comes off the mat into a runner's lunge. Let's shift our weight forward and back. You don't have to, you can stay steady. You can allow those left toes to lift, rocking back to your heel, or you can keep the sole of the foot connected to the mat. Take care of you. Come back to center, release that back knee down, untuck your toes, square the pelvis, and slowly sit it back, extending that left leg, square that pelvis, and draw your nose towards your knee. Feels so good down the back of that left leg and into that lower back. As we work on the flexibility of the hamstring, that helps to release that tension and pull in that lower back. Inhale, transitioning your weight forward, bending that left knee. Let's bring both hands to the inside of the foot. On your next exhale, let that left knee roll open as you turn and look out over that back shoulder. And then inhale it back to center, pulling that left knee back in. Exhale, roll it open, look out over that left shoulder. And back we come to center. Hands on either side of your foot, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and let's slowly walk it through to center, shifting those toes back out to the outside corners of your mat. Arms are heavy, head is heavy. Our wide-legged forward fold. Breathe. Let's heel toe those feet in once. Bringing the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Roll the shoulders up and back. Lift your hands towards the sky. Let your head be heavy. Give it a little shake. How do we feel? Hopefully movements are becoming a little bit easier. Breath a little deeper. Slowly bringing your hands to the small of the back. Allowing the hands to slide down the backs of the legs all the way down to the ankles. Take a hold of the ankles. Use the strength of the arms to pull that upper body towards the space between your legs. As you look up, just beyond your bum. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Relax your head. Relax the arms. Let them hang. Supporting with your hands, heel toe those feet back open. And ever so slowly, ragdoll your way up. Arms heavy, head heavy. Roll those shoulders up and back, and shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll. Roll them up and back, and shoulders slide down and away. Extend those arms out to a T. Shift those right toes towards the top of the mat. Left toes towards the top corner of the mat. Bend that right knee and sink into your warrior two. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Stay low. Take a big breath in. Windmill that left arm up and over. Reach and tap. And up and back we go. Reverse warrior. Inhale it up and over. Reach and tap. Exhale up and back. Reverse warrior. 2 more times. Your breath. Your pace. Just celebrating the movements. The fact that we can actually move in this way. Our able body holding our reverse warrior. Turn your gaze towards your back heel. A little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Inhale, straighten that front leg, reach it back. Reverse triangle. Exhaling and once again bending that right knee back to your reverse warrior. And inhale it back up to warrior two. Windmill that left arm up and over. Place that left hand to the inside of your foot. Back heel remains on the mat. We rotate and reach. Right arm up. Just as high as you can reach. Find your breath. As you exhale, releasing that right hand down, one hand on either side of your foot, back heel comes off the mat into a runner's lunge. And again, you're welcome to just stay still or rock it forward and back. You can let the toes lift. You can keep the sole of the foot down. Find the motion that feels good to you. Coming back to your runner's lunge. Let's bring that back knee to the mat. Untuck the toes. Bring both hands to the inside of your foot. And as you exhale, let that right knee roll open. Turn and look out over that back shoulder. And then we bring it back to center. 2 more times. Exhale, roll it open. And inhale it back to center. And exhale, roll it open.
And inhale back to center, hands on either side of your foot, square the pelvis, and slowly begin to press it back. Nose towards your knee. Long stretch down the back of that right leg. I can feel this all the way into the sole of my foot, into that lower back. Inhale, slowly transition your weight forward. Tuck your back toes, lift that back knee, sweep it back, and extend. Right leg to the sky. And gently release it down. We inhale it to high plank. Slow and steady. Crocodile down from your toes or your knees. Coming all the way down. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toe or tuck your knees and sit it back to child's pose. Those knees on the mat, shins on the mat, arms extended long. Big, full, deep breaths. We're going to come to crow pose today. Haven't done crow in a bit. So that arm balance, if you prefer not to, taking care of your wrists or for whatever reason, you are welcome to do a standing balance. We take our time to get there, walking the hands back towards the knees. We're going to tuck the toes and then walk those hands or walk your feet in. And we're going to open up those knees nice and wide. Hands are shoulder width apart. Fingers are spread nice and wide. We're going to slight bend in the elbows, and we're going to bring the inside or the meaty part of the knee to the top of the elbow, to the base of your tricep. Elbows are slightly bent. We're looking forward, out in front of us. And we're going to slowly just transfer our weight forward. You do not have to lift those toes off the mat at all. If you wish, transitioning your weight to the point where those toes can just float off the mat. We're looking down towards the mat. Breathe in slow and steady. Gently release your feet. Shift your weight back. Shift your hands back and gently come down onto your bottom. Slide it on down towards the top of the mat. Good work. Extend those legs out long. We sit up nice and tall. Reach to the sky. Exhale, open those arms out to a T. Flex your wrists, hollow your tummy and chest. Press your palms forward, spine back, chin down. Inhale it open and reach. Lengthen and hinge it forward. Little tap of your fingertips. Inhale, reach it out and rise. Exhale, open those arms out to a T. Flex your wrists, hollow your tummy and chest. Press your spine back, chin towards the chest, palms forward. Inhale it open and reach. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Little fingertip tap. Reach it out and rise. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, open those arms out to a T. Flex your wrists, hollow your tummy and chest, palms forward, spine back, chin down. Inhale it open and reach. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. This time we hold our forward fold, releasing your hands and let your head be heavy. The soft bend in your knees is absolutely fine. Really working to get the length in your spine. So as you press the chest and tummy down towards your thighs, if you need to bend those knees, bend them. If you need to soften your feet, soften them. Reach the crown of the head toward your toes. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Lower your arms to shoulder height. Soften your feet and slowly roll yourself back. Take your time to come down onto your back. Arms open out to a T. We pull one foot in towards your bottom and then the other. We're going to heel toe those feet open to about the width of the mat. And we're going to gently rock our knees to the left. Just allowing that pelvis to shift however it needs to. Really nice stretch all the way down the thigh and that IT band of that right leg. Inhale, we rise, bringing the knees back through center and then rocking them to the right. Again, allowing that pelvis to shift however it needs to. And back to center we come. Heel toe those feet back in, crossing that right ankle over the left knee. Pull the knees in, reach your right hand through that little window and interlace your fingers behind that left thigh, pulling the knees in. Nestling your shoulder blades down against the mat. If you like, extend that left leg and flex your foot. Some love for that right hip. We bend that left knee. Release the hands. Once again, extend them out to a T, lowering that left foot to the mat. And we draw both knees to the right. Keeping that figure 4 outside of that right ankle against the outside of your left knee. Turn and look out over your left arm. We bring our gaze back to center, pulling those knees back to center, crossing that right knee all the way over the left, and then gently let both knees fall to the left. As we turn and look out over that right arm. If you like, you can lift your left foot, cross it up and over the outside of that right foot. And if you're like, I can't even tell which foot is which, it's okay. Just find that space where you feel like you get the very best stretch. We bring our gaze back to center, bringing the knees back to center. Right foot to the mat, left ankle crosses over the right knee. We pull the knees in, reaching that left hand through the little window. Interlace your fingers behind that right thigh, pulling those knees in, getting that great stretch for that left glute, left hip. Shoulder blades nestle down against the mat. You're welcome to extend that right leg and flex your foot if you like. Awesome work. Quieting the body as we start to prepare for Shavasana. Just a couple more really good deep stretches. Bending that right knee, releasing your hand. Right foot comes back to the mat, and we take both knees to the left. Outside of that left ankle, just gently guiding that right knee down. We turn and take our gaze out over that right arm. And then just close your eyes. We bring our gaze back to center, slowly bringing those knees back to center. Let's cross that left knee all the way over the right, and then just gently let both knees fall to the right as we look out over that left arm. You're welcome to lift that right leg, crossing it up and over that left foot, and then just let your knees be heavy. Big, full, deep breaths. We gently bring our gaze back to center, pulling those knees back to center. Pull your left knee in towards your chest and then your right. Hands to your shins just below your knees. Pull them in. A little rock side to side. Just that extra little love for that lower back. Realigning the pelvis. Just feels super good. If you need a few extra, take them whenever you're ready. Just gently placing one foot to the mat and then the other, allowing the knees to open out wide, soles of the feet come together, hands resting comfortably wherever you wish for reclined butterfly. We quiet our minds, we quiet our bodies, we check in. Is this a comfortable place for you, or is this challenging? If it's challenging, I invite you to find a comfortable place, wherever that might be. You're welcome to extend those legs out long. You're welcome to roll to your side or on your tummy. You're welcome to rock yourself up to a seated position. Just find a place that feels good to you. And let your body relax. Let your breath flow. Take a moment to recognize and honor the hard work you've put into your practice today. And then give yourself permission to stop, to focus on your breath, and to simply be. From the crown of the head to the tips of the toes, we are mindful and aware. And we give ourselves permission to let go of any heaviness, any negative energies, feeling safe and calm. We let our breath carry us to a peaceful place within our mind's eye where everything is right. We remain here, calm and connected to our breath. As we remain here quiet and calm, mind and heart open to giving and receiving of loving energy, we open our minds and our hearts to these few words, allowing them to resonate, allowing them to flow with you today, to guide you throughout your day, or just let them float on by. We can't do anything about yesterday or tomorrow, but we can pour love into today. Let me say that again. We can't do anything about yesterday or tomorrow, but we can pour love into today. May you find a smile on your face, lightness in your heart, strength and health in your body. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Stretch your limbs. Just gently bringing your awareness back to your physical being. Hopefully feeling light, calm, comfortable, and energized. Taking the time you need as you're ready. We come up to a seated position, resting your hands comfortably. Slow, steady, deep breaths in and out through the nose. We pull the hands to heart center. Gently open your eyes. I want to say thank you, huge thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Take care. And until the next time, light, love, and namaste.